And all right, so we'll go ahead and run you through the mission, because we're going to be doing mission 3. So this is Nexus Control. This will be 4-player place objectives. Each team will get to place 2. The bonus point, if a player holds both objectives outside either player's deployment zone at the end of their turn, they gain a point. So they are going to need to hold both the objectives that they placed outside their deployment zone. So this is the one where I believe you're going to place 1 in your deployment zone, 1 in their deployment zone.
Yeah, you play 1 inside yours, you play 1 outside of yours.
Outside of yours, yeah. And if you hold both the objectives that are outside your deployment zone, then you'll get a bonus point.
So basically there should be...
So there will be...
deployment zone, 2 in between.
Correct.
Yeah. And if you have both the ones that aren't in yours, or 2 of them? No, you pick secondary.
Yeah, you have to hold 2 that are not...
Either player's deployment zone.
Yeah.
So you want the bonuses hold 2...
Correct.
Okay. Gunner is right there. All right. And we just need to figure out what our... We have 2 for objectives.
So, a couple of people took extended break times, so we're hoping that they'll get back in here and be ready to play.
Which is outside of 6 inches of any deployment zone, more than 12 inches from other objectives.
So, you got a lot of space. What's the bonus?
The player holds both objectives outside of either deployment zone.
Do that. We just got one of it, then just keep putting bodies on there. Just find us off of it.
Are you doing the deployment zone? I'm
Yeah.
trying whether the units are.
What's the...
24.
How far is this from the edges? Oh, you have what you like this.
I have 6.
Probably like 6.
And I don't have my glasses on, so I don't even know. I don't even know who they were.
So one goes in the center, somewhere that's...
Alright guys, let's do it this way.
Then I saw your mom. You put your mom's name in
Fuck the
there.
objectives, let's go for kills. What? No objectives, straight kill. Kill match.
Straight kill match?
Yep, straight kill match. Whoever ends the game with more models wins.
Is he starting off with 3 models?
Huh?
Is one of them starting off with 3 models?
Yeah. Exactly. Let's do it.
Alright, we have an objective to put somewhere in the center of that.
All right, so it looks like our players have come back in, so we should be getting set up here shortly.
I saw your mom's name in there.
She told me to buy a bunch of tickets, and I was just like, well, this one only has a few, and this one only has a few.
I know what
So they'll be picking secondaries. We'll get those to you as soon as they get picked.
Okay. 6 inches from the deployment zone, more than 12 inches from other objectives. Okay. So you have to be... what do we want to do over there?
We go for after we figure out the assignment. Where the objectives are.
That's a good question. I like that.
Alright, so what we want to get is want to go for a hundred killer. You get 1 point for every drone kill. It doesn't do that max out.
Do that. Right there, hands down. Okay, and then the next deployment, or the next objective, I'm going with the
What?
attacker.
Not heard you.
Your home
I don't understand. Fault that.
Yes.
You might need to move your marker a bit further upward.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Perfect. What mission are we playing?
4.
Okay, yeah, and that
Next to control. Let's do a roll off. You roll the 4.
wasn't sure if
No. We gotta use the big objectives. Let's see. We're using 4 or 3.
That's
4.
And 6 inches from the table edge.
You have to place 1 outside of your deployment zone and 1 inside of your.
Right. You gotta do a roll off first so you know who goes because you're starting with the defender. What's your roll?
A 5.
Okay. You want to be attacker or defender?
That was good. How is that?
Is that
I don't know.
Are you pretty low level?
Yeah, we're gonna be. I have a little bit of deep strike. That's about it.
So roll a d6.
Starting with defender players place the ball.
But we gotta establish deployment zones.
Probably not gonna get the ball.
We don't roll if they do.
They do? Oh, they're defenders, right.
It's just one.
What we should do.
It's 5.
Take that building. If we just.
Okay. You want to keep that?
Pointy Dawn of War.
So they've rolled Pointy Dawn of War for their.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You selected to be defender. You weren't forced into defender.
You got me. Yeah, that's my thing.
If you don't like that, you can re-roll it.
Pointy Dawn of War?
Yeah. Hey, what do you guys want to call this?
That looks like some scattered arrangement.
As is, not ruins. Look, oh, that is unholy, not ruins. Ruins? That'd be ruins, yeah. Yeah, fine.
Those are real.
No, those are just
Hills.
boxes. Those are ruins. Talking with you guys, please first objective, whatever.
And first one has to be outside both deployment zones. 6 from away from the edge, 12 away from another deployment, and 6 from your
Three
deployment
games
zone.
like back to back to back, tiring.
Mm.
What's the bonus?
If you have the 2 that weren't placed in people's deployment zone, you get one. So 2 of them.
Oh.
Now we're starting to throw down objectives.
You guys all mind bullets.
I'm guessing you guys are taking that.
Yeah. Okay, pick a side. You already picked this side. Bro, I've been on the same side all fucking day. Whatever.
Where do you want ours?
Trying to wear you down, Andre.
Oh shit.
He's gonna make you do it.
I don't know, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Place an objective outside of the deployment zone. 6 inches away from the deployment zone, 6 inches from the map edge, 12.
Where's that point though?
20.
Pointy Dawn of War. Way back there? Around the loose. You wanna measure your deployment zone real quick?
I don't know where I'm going, so
Probably a little bit close.
I'm just going random things.
That looks pretty
10 inches off the side or something?
6 from the side, 12 from the center.
You know these games are
Yeah. What's really fun is bigger point schemes.
Which one in the middle?
With like 18 from the center, right?
9 from the center.
9 from the center.
You did that, what was it like?
Yeah, I did.
It is good. He gets 10 can openers in the back of mine real quick. What are you good at killing?
We place one outside and then one inside our own.
Yeah.
Although it did go off.
Do you think back here?
I rolled 11 to 12 alarm, but not with 6.
I need to.
All right, now that they've got their objectives placed, now the defenders will place their armies.
You have turn 1, so guys will get it.
I was talking about the Ludus.
Oh, Lewis, yeah. Well, you can just have the Lewis around.
I mean, it's not. It's still secondary.
Oh shit, right.
Yep, so now they got to pick all their secondaries.
I think that's with the paper.
Andre, which one am I gonna take?
How far you guys will move?
I think that we take,
Iron Hand, right?
No, Ultra. He's playing Iron Hand.
I'm aware.
I could be wrong.
Probably Butcher Bill.
Gas goes, no, he has a second. Butcher Bill?
Probably.
1000? No?
No, you can get he possibly.
The strength and the movement is very good.
He might get 3.
No, I mean, you can kill us three characters. Yeah, 4 characters. Oh, then yeah, I'll go for 4 head hunter.
Oh, only one.
Yeah, his auras don't affect
So you can do Butcher's Bill or a Headhunter. Then you have to do a movement one. Well. And then Butcher's Bill. Okay, we'll do Butcher's Bill.
So, you might not even
Movement first.
why not teleport at all? Yeah, it's that one is right here. It's the building. Yeah.
How many scouts you got?
Have you got your, is everybody secondaries now?
My head isn't working, so can do. I can use Nope, I tried.
Oh,
okay.
right. Okay.
So
Where's he going?
Postman. Game Busters.
It's gonna be the Scout Squad with British base and the other Scout Squad.
Going for recon?
So they're taking Headhunter, Engineers, and Butcher's Bill.
Oh, that is terrible handwriting for that. I'm sorry.
And then
Well, I looked at it. I'm like, what the fuck is DTS? Oh wait, Butcher's Bill.
and it looks like both of his scout squads in the Iron Hands will be his engineers.
Oh, it's gangbusters.
Game Busters. And Recon, which is
Your third secondary? Yeah. You got three. You said Headhunter, Engineers, and Butcher's Bill. No,
So are we ready to deploy?
I mean, I can take the Butcher's Bill back off. I was just going off what you said. No, that's fine.
And it looks like they got Big Game Hunters, Recon, and waiting on a third.
No, they don't stack. So they just marked 3 knights. They don't stack with Big Game Hunter.
Scouts.
They're not parallel enough?
Oh, does it have to be parallel for it? I
Points.
thought you just picked units.
Oh, it is points now, isn't it? Yeah. They're not 100.
I mean, you're than I am.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well, we can just do old school. I don't give a fuck. Kill himself in turn 1?
have two.
So they're going to take Old School. So Big Game Hunter, Recon, and Old School for them. All right. So now we can get into deployment. So Tau and Ultramarines are deploying first. Then Chaos Knights and Iron Hands will deploy second.
Okay, old school it is. So we are doing engineers, born for greatness, and old school.
Who's born for greatness?
It would be, my,
Turn one bonus.
I mean, the Swarm Lord, but. Oh, it's a good one. Then it's like, it's like Frozen. He'll get a couple more for free. I don't plan on getting a door, but.
Okay, what's that?
Either one, either my, it was my big friend. Yeah, my,
You are deploying on this shit.
I didn't even check
So it looks like Andres Tau have gone into the middle of the field and taken both center objectives. So that'll score them the bonus first turn, because they get the first turn.
I have Ripper Swarm, they're easy. One Ripper's back here. They just hide in buildings, that's all they do.
So the little ruins that have been ruins the whole day are no longer ruins today. They are just cover. So you may see deployment change up just a little bit, but not very much.
I don't know, I really don't. It has to be one of the maneuver things.
Feel
Charge
better?
of the jungle over there.
The new wall. I'd buy it.
New album.
Yeah,
I miss the old days whenever you declared war, you had to yell it.
I mean, nothing changed.
Except there's no other orc players to answer back.
I'll answer you all day.
The old store I used to go to, that was how you figured out who went first, whoever had the loudest walk.
That sounds gay as fuck. I don't change my response.
There's gonna be, you could do sappers, attempt to stop objectives. No, it's recent on 4 on the ground, but they can't hold the ground, you can't either, or neither of us can.
So it looks like a tower pretty much clustering up in the middle there.
No one can score that objective that round. As long as they don't act,
Remember this one?
have stacking powers.
Women and but more aggressive.
Yeah.
Aggressive.
And it looks like the Ultramarines are gonna blob up with their characters on the left side of the field. With a Vindicator and a Dreadnought on the right side of the field.
Is that bullshit? I need mayonnaise salsa. Who the fuck needs mayonnaise salsa?
Alright, now you made a point. What is your starting game points after pre-game sequence?
I'm spending more.
Well, you don't have 21 anymore?
How many command points you got? No, we still got more, so we're good.
How many do you have?
Alright, so now the Iron Hands and the Chaos Knights are gonna deploy.
I have 8.
I have 4.
What?
1.
Read that last 11. Never mind, I don't even know why I'm showing 3.
What the fuck? How many do you have right now?
Mayonnaise and salsa? No combo?
I have 8, I'm gonna spend 1. So I have 7, so 24 minus 4. 20. There's 2 battalions, and 1 battalion.
I'm not giving you a good spot. I can answer wherever you go.
I know, that's my bad.
I also I got no shooting and no combat. 16.
Alright.
If I 17, I don't know.
We have to 20 together. Yeah. That's a lot.
What's your 9 involved? 4 up or 5 up?
5.
I had 8, I'm spending 1.
I don't know if I changed my warlord trick for this game.
Too late now.
Huh? I haven't even declared what it fucking is.
Too late. Too late.
All my houses are infernal for this game. That's no fun.
Add what you get.
We're not doing one.
These are the only 2 buildings that are ruins. These are impassable unless you can fly.
Are you gonna rub this thing? Should get my camera on you. I'm gonna put those guys there. We're gonna take the exemplar Macaw. I think it's a good idea. I mean, if you're taking this guy around here, we just kind of need to burn down the center. You know that the tower intimidating there.
Does whiskey make it from you from outside?
At least some amount you know about.
I know, but imagine just being low before no one was saying what.
So it looks like they've got Orcs and Tau versus Tyranids and Chaos on the other table.
Longbow.
Hey, what you got to do?
Just dealing for the chaos.
Over there, next to you.
You fucked up. They need to be in the middle.
And then,
That's right. You can see that night. I don't feel it. I could try to one hit that night. You try to one hit that.
I ain't one hitting that night.
You fucked up at Aaron.
Hey, Ron. Didn't I?
And like you just see.
I know, but she One thing to care about deployment is the strike team, fire deployment, what was the commander, boss side. That's all the little things there.
On board. What about your leader, Frank?
You got guys who will up, we have for the time.
We did?
Yeah.
Yeah, you play your point first. Yeah, we seized the initiative. I always hated that. Yeah, I don't like this.
Are you limited with your librarian where you can put them?
Sorry?
Are you limited with how close you can put your librarian to enemy units?
Oh, yeah. Those guys back here. Guys are right. You got a unit 4? I guess it's not right in that corner.
I mean, all my.
I was just going to one-shot his librarian.
One-shot my librarian?
Fuck, I wouldn't.
There's nothing close to the model. The soldiers move 8, the thing is 20, and the.
Oh, you're gonna smite him?
No. All these guys are about to advance. What you mean?
All right, so it looks like the Knights and the Iron Hands are fully deployed. So
When I tap that ass, I can still come over tomorrow, right? We just give up our.
I'm gonna spend 2 command points first. Get one back.
All those 3 guys over there, you can't. You can't get one back.
Wow.
You can't get any pregame back.
Not pregame. Board on the guys on the board.
Oh.
This is like the pregame.
Is it? I think it's as soon as he's on the board.
I mean,
So I do like that no matter what. Even if it's during deployment specifically.
it's not the way it works. Oh, that's why I asked if it's pregame or during deployment.
They're during deployment, yeah, so.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
then you're fine.
So yeah.
So that's why I was confused on. That's why I said it's a pregame. You're like, yeah. Did we have good? Oh, no, you're fine.
I'm not taking nothing though.
They could hurt.
There's a 0% chance of that. I got 6 shots out of this thing.
That's cool.
it looks like the Ultramarines are using some command points to do some redeploy, bringing their heavy guns back over to the other side.
If you move, it's -1 penalty.
For my call, I can just.
Yeah, let's use like a bit to see what they're deployed here.
Then Bob, then Bob is pointing at me.
We good? Yep.
All right, so here we go at the top of turn 1.
I'm not worried about him hurting my characters.
Is that over your base?
There you go. But I'm not worried about mine. Character, deep striking character, other character. What did I say? I think you changed him to.
I can change one thing if all my people were.
Only in melee, pluses. I can +1 charge because we roll it. Another +1. I want they can shoot without line of sight, and if I roll it, I roll another +1.
So it looks like the Ultramarines are coming out ultra aggressive.
You said if I roll in front, you're not going in front? No, I went in front. It's just being too easy.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna hustle into the building. Yeah, that's what you're called.
Fun. Is outside the truck?
Yeah, obviously. Do you want me to put something on the objective?
They're gonna run over here. They probably will charge it this turn. Unless you want to like.
The tower also jumping up into the middle of the board.
They won't be able to shoot at them at the thing, 'cause there's a building right next to it.
And I believe I heard Andre Montcalm before he started all this, so they'll be able to
Yeah,
move and shoot.
Just make sure you're not within getting murdered charging.
I'm just gonna make sure they're within 3 inches and stay in the building. Those are our reserves. 3 units.
And which one was your sapper?
Who is your sapper?
My sapper is this squad. Okay.
Green.
Okay.
They're in reserves.
Yeah.
Let the games begin.
First time it's
How hard is it now?
Really? Yeah. I think you got Overwatch on something once.
I guess the best thing you can do is
No, yeah, he hasn't
I'll
shot
put
one.
myself in, so you can just hide it, now, and then just move around.
Move around.
Or just sit still and start blasting.
You want to spend 2 to be in cover. We're in cover now.
Yay, cover.
Oh, and my...
Whether you're in cover or not, you just get cover.
Yeah, you get cover. It's about the only time monsters and vehicles get cover.
How do you do that?
It's... Yes, it's prepared positions. Only the second player can do it the first round. That's it.
That'd be kind of cool if you do it out around. You just like
That would be
goal.
insane.
Alright,
Well, we are the defenders at night.
Shotgun Sons.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Shotgun
Alright, looks like they moved everybody up.
to declare most cops.
Sure.
Boston's gonna advance. How does that a command point?
Hold on, moving.
You're down to 10.
Select it up. We got a command point. 7. Unless someone wants to deny.
Do we get it back?
You're sorry, what you say there? Nice. On a 5 or a 6?
Second power.
Nice.
Nomadic heroes.
The one command point I spent, the Hadguard ignore AP 1 and 2. Always.
We've got a bonus thing of it was an 18.
For shooting
I'm like -1 and deal damage to myself if I fail.
Well,
failing getting denied are 2 different things.
yeah, I'm going to It's basically a warlord. 6.
Those my dice.
Adaptive physiology. Instead of thinking a warlord, I can do this. Or if my
Yeah,
warlord
we're seeing one command point.
Make sure.
And then I'll do Nomadic heroes.
Anybody I feel like. So I have a warlord trait and that physiology.
Yeah, Ran himself and blowing himself up and blowing everybody else up again. Okay, it goes off. You wanna deny again? You know what I got? Yeah, you got that one. I got 8. Alright, cool. So, ended up not doing anything then.
So,
Way to go, bud.
psychic phase was
Shoot away.
not too dramatic.
You need to shoot first? Alright.
So the Ultramarines are going to go into shooting.
He can see the arm of the big boy. He's within 24 inches. Sure. Him. Shoot him. Sure. I roll all hits and wounds against that guy.
Okay, well then do the him.
Alright.
How much damage do you do?
He's gonna get 6 shots that are gonna do field if he keeps.
And he's 7 right now, correct?
Yeah, we're talking about the redemption still, we're talking about the knife.
Redemption.
Okay.
Until he gets my heroes off on him, and then he's
Alright, so Vindicator's gonna shoot everything he's got into the Knight and Stormbolters. It has and the Intercessors.
You're gonna get it. If I know you, I'm gonna do it.
Man,
I'm not nearly as
that thing is like really pissing me off.
A corner.
Alright,
Alright, so
Hunter Killer and the big cannon into the big boy. D6 shots.
So
from
the
big cannon.
Vindicator is shooting into the Knight.
There we go.
Looks like he gets 6 shots.
Hitting on 4s, rerolling everything. Thank God.
Wow. Shut up. All my dice.
Winning on 3s with strength 10, rerolling everything. So that is going to be 3 at -4.
So 3 wounds at -4.
3 damage. Cool. Hunter Killer, hitting on a 4, rerolling. Hits. Wounds on a 4, clear toughness 8. Wounds at -3.
That one's 3 probably.
D6. 4 damage.
So he laid a pretty decent hit there with the Vindicator.
Stormbolters into the interceptors. Rolling back to Calgar is still there. 1 hit. Wounds on a 4. Wounds, no AP into the interceptors.
Is this still this shooting?
Yep.
So we would select the model to shoot. You guys do that all targets for all shots.
He did.
I didn't hear the stormbolters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, he fired the Stormbolters at the Intercessors.
let me tell you, it's been a long day.
Only 4:47.
Yeah, and you know what? An hour ago I would have took my fucking midday nap.
He gets cranky when he doesn't take his nap.
Redemptor is just going to shoot everything it's gotten to those intercessors, I think. Because I can't see those scouts. And I'll throw the rocket pods into the big boy, because nothing is over here flying, so might as well.
I have all the flying.
Alright, I'm shooting up the command. So I'll just start with that one first, while I'm thinking of it. D3 shots.
So the Redemptor is going to dump everything it's gotten to the Intercessors up front.
And then this is going to be strength. This is going to be hitting on 5s.
Yes, but with Monkey's is
Good. Wounds on 5s, so it's only strength 7. Rerolling everything. 2 at -2 on the big boy. And there's going to be 2 damage flying.
yeah.
So just 2 damage. And then I've got the cannon.
I'll do the stealth suit.
12 shots into the intercessors. Hitting on 4.
Well, it's just 3 of armor.
Rerolling everything because of Calgar. Thank goodness.
Space Marine.
There we go. 1 miss. Winning on 3s, rerolling 1s because of Lieutenant. Alright, that is going to be 9 wounds at -2 on the
So
intercessor.
9 wounds into the Intercessors from the Dreadnought's cannon.
Oh yeah, because it's actually being manned for one. Not a truck.
How big was the minus?
-2.
No exploders.
1 like that. 5 damage. 6 out. Hold on, wounded.
Oh, shit.
And then the Stormbolters.
So it's 3 Intercessors down.
Model.
Just saying, 3 Intercessors.
From the stormbolt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's just 3 Intercessors down.
Then these are the Stormbolters from the Dreadnought. And then the Dreadnought will be finished, rerolling everything. These ones hit on 3s because it's not heavy. Winning on 4s, rerolling 1s. 3 at no AP on the Intercessors.
So looks like 3 more on the Intercessors.
True.
Not on that shot.
So 1 more wounded Intercessor.
We'll do the fusion into your knight.
So now the Fusion Commander shooting into the Knight.
Is that the blue one?
It's the only cold stuff.
2.
So
Like -4 or 5.
So 1 fusion goes through for 4 wounds.
Bracketed. He still has a 5 up in home though, right?
Yep.
So-
Not everybody. So he's going to overcharge into one.
I am. Ones. 2, 4, 5.
So 5. The cyclic ion blast. So he takes 4 of them at D3 damage each.
3, 6, 9, 10? 10.
So 10 wounds. Takes him down to 1 wound.
I'm gonna CP that. Yeah.
So he's going to CP reroll the 1 damage
already gained
one.
one this phase was a deployment. Still part of the player? No. Okay. So then I can refund this one then. Would I be able to refund this one then as well? Alright. See if I get it back. Although I didn't spend it.
We're a team.
Your team spent it, so you're still allowed to reroll to get it.
Okay. No.
Okay, so they don't get the command point back, and the knight is down to 1 wound.
Don't say phallus.
After all the other bad words we've said on this channel, phallus is the least of my worries.
Hey man, we take swearing very seriously when we play a game about space murder.
Yeah.
That's what separates us from the savages. They played their games about space murder.
Yeah.
Cleanly.
So 8 minus 2.
Are you shooting them too?
The last 2.
Oh.
So, trying to clear off the last of these intercessors.
Was it 4? First one being 2.
Strength 9, toughness 4, wounding on 2, and 6 of them mortal weapons.
So that's the last of the intercessors gone.
This one should. You know, realize they could have blown themselves up the moment turn starts, right?
How's he gonna blow himself up?
And from our household, I have to take a mortal wound no matter what.
Oh.
Sure, thanks.
He has to take one?
I'm not shooting him now.
That's required?
Have to take one.
He can revive himself though, right?
For 3 command points, with D3 wounds remaining. We're gonna shoot your primary strategy.
So, we've just been informed that the knight, actually, because he's infernal, has to take a mortal wound at the beginning of the turn, so he is already dead.
Alright. We will be wounding on 3.
So instead of shooting at the knight, I believe he is shooting at the Redemptor Dread.
6, 8 minus 2.
Oh no!
I'm going to roll separate now. 2, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10.
So it looks like 10 wounds to the Dreadnought, so he's going to get his saves here. Just feel no pains for Iron Hands.
Alright, cool.
So he takes 9. So how many wounds does that Dreadnought have left? So it takes that Dreadnought down to 4 wounds.
It'll even the point. The same reason, like, if you I played second you do. So that's going to be
2 fusion blasts,
32, so that's 3
2
points.
blast cannons, from this one.
3 points.
Nobody
Alright, we got 1 for old school for first strike.
Yeah,
We've got kill 1, we're gonna get kill 2.
Fusion blast,
Start of his
1 hit,
turn.
wounding on 2.
1 recon.
Alright, so it looks like that's it for them, and so we go to the bottom of turn 1 for Chaos Knights and Iron Hands. So a knight does not explode. Excuse me.
Two. Oh, yeah. Actually, he's gonna take these people. Oh, and you shot 6 points? 1. Okay. Add 2 characteristic and 1 defensive charge.
Alright, well, that's that. On the card thing.
I think you're done. Almost.
So it looks like some Iron Hands Dreadnoughts are moving into the center of the board.
You're outside club. Yeah, that would make it easier for me.
So, yeah. He wants to get up close and personal with those fusion guns, because if he's going to die, he wants to die quickly.
That's hilarious.
The wounded dreadnought is marching forward.
And that is gone, correct?
Yeah, that's going.
I just wanted to make sure I was tracking that correctly.
No, I just regained all his health, man.
That's what I thought for someone. Like, fuck, did he come back?
3 command points. That Titan actually becomes a greater demon-possessed warlord.
Right. That's his path to Titanhood.
How many command points is that?
None.
78.
It's just, become a Chaos Knight, then get possessed by a greater demon, and then go from there.
The old perils. We'll double 6 twice or something like that. You get become a greater demon of Zinch.
I didn't do that.
So you do get the bonus. You have the bonus one whole time. Even if you kill something in our turn, you don't get that one, though.
I set up my character screen. Can't tell.
One more forward. Go, one more, get up.
I've gotten pretty proficient at doing that.
My favorite of all your commanders is him. Who's that showing up?
Mhm.
Just stopping his toes.
Take a picture. And then he's picking a flower.
Point for postman, you got it. No recon yet.
Yeah, we do have recon.
Yeah, you do.
So the Knight Rampager is charging forward.
You do know you can't charge it, right? You cannot charge the commanders.
These guys?
He really cannot. He can't climb that.
It won't do a whole lot, but.
Sure.
Let them attack things on the second floor.
Sure.
Thing.
That's pretty good.
Wait, I have this very obscure strategy. I don't get used to it.
I mean, I'm gonna overcharge everything, so.
I know, but I gotta do something.
2 years ago, I had a Mechanicum, and he told me the same thing. He's like,
Okay.
can't charge.
Psychic phase.
I'm like,
But here's the thing.
This guy over here.
Have you ever considered, though, that he really can?
he really can.
It sounds like I'm fucking with you, but I'm really not. Painful. Ooh, painful. What's about to get painful?
If he kills my commander.
Yeah.
That'll be alright.
And,
Just kill them.
Gonna give
That's what you gotta do, just kill them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spike. And then
Except I'm not within an inch of the wall, so I'm good.
I'm done moving.
I think it allows him to
Okay, so you can get one. My bad.
attack anything.
And this guy's here also?
Yeah, I still have to be within an inch of a wall, though.
Okay.
It's not gonna be as painful as I thought.
Okay. Are we ready?
So we've gone past the psychic phase and we're going into shooting. Is that what I'm seeing?
Do you have any psychic count?
He's got one.
Yes, we did
Is going to be shooting at the substitutes on the ground floor.
It's not.
He has to be successfully in the charge 6 inches vertically and 2 inches vertically.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You're not gonna be able to kill them all, but you'll be fine.
I will try.
No. They're too far apart for you to be within an inch of all of them,
You don't want to heroically intervene?
or 2 inches of all of them. Well, he's going to clear them all. What are you shooting at?
I'm shooting at the stealth suit.
Oh, well, I would.
Okay.
There's still 3s in there. Get that shit out.
We got one back.
Ready to smite. Okay.
That's it for the phase.
I'm gonna swipe that away. And he's on his like last. No, he's not. Never mind, you're right. 2, 4, 8, 10, 11 at minus 2.
So it looks like he's got 11 to the stealth drones, or stealth suits.
They're heavy and moving, right? No. Because you're -1 already.
Yeah, so you're -2. Because you're -1 to hit already? Yeah, they're naturally -1. Warp charge go up. Alright, gotta redo that.
Looks like we're redoing this because those stealth suits are -2 to hit. So.
Watch this somehow be worse.
I'm sending command point for mercy. Well, that's pretty late for that.
What does that do?
I don't know what that does. What's that do? It's gonna give me extra room. Oh, that's, you got a 4 in there, sir? One more time.
Okay.
5, 6, 7. There's 4 rooms at AP -2. Very good. The horror.
Kill a guy?
The onslaught.
So it looks like he's got a dead stealth suit.
Catalyst. That was worth, by the way. Here you go, 4 more. Don't die. There's. I got 4 more. We got the Symbiostorm. We're good? We're on 6.
That's right there, cover.
You don't have
Do you have 2 base saves?
We have a 3 upstairs.
Okay, like cover.
But I'm in cover, so we get 2 up with no AP. Missile launcher up top. 2 shots.
They got fly for the jetpack.
So it'll be 8 for my. Made no difference. Regular.
Okay.
That was the best use of 2 CP ever.
So it looks like the stealth suits survive.
That worked pretty with him well. Sure.
So the Contemptor is shooting at the drones, the brown ones, in the back middle.
They're just protecting the Primaris, right? That's how that works.
Protecting.
Good old flank thing.
So
Yes.
Okay. God.
and they save.
Yes, they do.
They're shield drones. First those shield drones.
So 6 damage to one of the drones, and he dies.
Hey, is that why you're going for the chaos spikes?
I have 3. So I need 3 more just to run out for 6 for my chaos army.
You could have like a little bike detachment going up the Disco Lord.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of fun. That sounds like a fun gimmick.
But those new Primaris spikes,
Yeah.
so what's so many of those?
I still find it funny just people can do like.
So now he's firing at the intercessors, I believe.
Speed bump for those.
Oh no, he's firing at the drones
Because there's
again.
no clearance underneath. It's just.
There are a lot of choppers built that way. Some choppers now have a hydraulic thing that the frame will, when they stop instead of kicking in, the hydraulic drops it right on the frame. It sits on this frame.
That sounds like worse than just having a kickstand.
Like, I'd much rather have
I mean,
land damage.
as long as you
made sure that you built it with a clear frame.
What if it's like water underneath though? Wouldn't it like rust up the frame? Depending what's on it?
it would.
What's made of wood?
No. Wait a minute. It's a wood motorcycle.
Yeah. Alright, light that engine up. Oh shit. I'm sure there's someone that
So
could
there's
run all the
another
way
drone
and make it work
down.
for a little bit.
I'm
You could
sure.
probably, there's probably some lining you could give to it that's just like
I'm sure, yeah.
so many splinters for the mechanic.
He's shooting you.
Okay, so now he's shooting some intercessors.
Who's shooting where and what?
I'm shooting into these intercessors.
All the cannons? Or everything? Alright, how many in? Okay.
All over. Looking for.
Can you open the tube? Yeah. to be within an inch to fight.
So he's dealt 7 wounds to the intercessors.
You're gonna have to charge. Fucking things on the first floor.
7 minus 2?
For them to be eligible to hit.
5 up regardless.
Because you can't be within an inch of that.
Made 4. 3 go through. 2 damage each. Alright, first one. Guy dies. Second one. Guy dies. Third one. Guy dies. Way to go, apothecary.
So 3 dead intercessors, despite the apothecary in the squad.
Okay, bud. I got one.
So the Helverin War Dog in the back.
I want you to shoot that man, but there's some drones.
Stealth suits, sir. It does matter. They're blue, but you're racist. That's a person. That's a fucking machine.
Gurgle, gurgle. That's a person. So, what is self?
Our town really people.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? Mayonnaise salsa is. The squad? Yeah. Alright. What's the strength of those? 7. Go for it.
Fighting the crap out of them.
So the Helverin does 5
Through 2
wounds.
damage or 3 damage? 3 damage. Alright, first guy.
No, looks like.
Second guy. Dead. Third guy. Dead. Way to go, apothecary.
So it's 3 more intercessors dead from the autocannons.
No, not the stubber.
And the stubber misses.
I have one shade.
Alright, so now we're getting into charges. I think we know at least tonight Rampager's going into some stuff.
They're gonna be -1 to hit. On top of whatever negatives are.
But I still get double chop. So if head weapon moves, they're on. You can shoot Frank, I'm gonna shoot Cody.
And I'm gonna make it.
You said, what was your reasoning for charging?
So these are on
Well, that way you're fixing an overwatch, and then that way I wouldn't have to wait for you to shoot me in your shooting thing. But
You have to wait.
There you go.
So it looks like the Dreadnought makes the charge against the drones and the stealth suits.
Right, but you're charging the 4 commanders. Yep.
So it looks like the Knight is charging all 4 commanders on the roof.
roll 1.
11 minus 2.
Still on 6, is that right? For the far side.
1. Like -5.
Did I kill them all? Yeah, I knocked them all.
2d6, keep the highest?
Yep.
Alright, so
5.
So 5 damage so far in Overwatch. I do believe that Knight, yeah, he wasn't wounded already, so he's got 18 wounds remaining.
The last Marine's gonna fire his bolt gun into the kid's squad.
I'm gonna move my fireboard again. He's going to opt to advance as well.
1 more to win.
Okay.
I killed the one standing on the control point. I'm gonna attempt to put my scoreboard on it.
Next one.
Just barely. That's completely.
4.
Alright,
-2.
So now it's equal.
So he's got 4.
Oh.
It takes all 4.
43.
Damn. 6, 8, 10.
So it takes 10 wounds.
He's got 1 more to jump.
That takes him down to 8 wounds.
And your toughness 4, right? Yep. So I'm 5, 4, none. And then I have these guys. So 3 guys are rapid fire. So 6 shots for one.
I mean, from 4 to 8.
I'm adding 3 to my shirt.
Yep.
1 for the wood, straight.
No, you're fine. Roll it. You fail. 7, 8. You fail. Remember when I asked you specifically just the warlords? You can't go within an inch of this wall without charging what was on the first floor. You can't? No.
It'd be nice if you could explain it.
Because you can't go within an inch of a unit unless you declare a charge against it.
And there's
Yeah, so there's drones on the bottom floor, so technically, yeah.
That's why I was specifically asking just the commanders. That's all I got. But I mean, if you want to clear what's on the first floor, you can. I was specifically asking for that reason, though.
Well, and he said I'm gonna charge all of them.
He said,
You said all the commanders?
no, I asked. And he just said just the commanders. But go ahead, take a charge, because I knew your intent. I'm just informing you.
And 1 command point for devastating each.
I was just informing you of, like, at another, like, in an actual scenario where someone actually cared, you would have auto-failed.
Okay. Good enough. But it's not gonna be all the charges. Can you take that 1 command point?
I got you. You're down to 11 now?
Where's the wing? Take an extra strike, right? But I can only reach the 1. Which is fine.
Well, I mean, if you went here,
You have more. I mean, you got 8 inches movement or more.
right, you don't have to just go right there.
You can get 3 of them in.
Yeah, you could literally hit all 3 enforcers.
Yeah, but well, yeah, you're flying. None of them have like that fancy like punching relic, right?
No. But I don't know what you consider more of a threat, whether it's the 6 round.
Okay, he's going to get 2 of the commanders in close combat. So he's going to split his attacks up, 3 into one and 2 in the other.
Because he's full health, he's on 5. To be clear, I was never going to not let him charge.
Getting on these and 6 explode.
6.
Alright, winning on 2.
One feller left. And he's back.
Here's the wound. Wound minus 4.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yep.
So he kills one of the commanders and kind of whiffs on the other one. But does completely obliterate the one. So Andre will actually get to hit back with 1, but he's just going to choose to not because...
I mean, I have to do it, but... Okay, 2 wounds.
What's the strength?
So no wounds back to the knight. So I believe we've got a close combat between a dreadnought and some stealth suits
Stealth suits are...
or drones.
Oh, the
Well,
identity.
That 3 would miss, but hit the drone. I'll hit the drone. Because you would have more misses if you...
So the drones end up saving it.
Or you can hit stuff, I don't give a shit.
Alright, so that takes us to the top of turn 2. We'll get the score total here. So 3 to 6.
Oh, that's not me. Actually,
I did not know they had that.
I can't tell you how many times that I had wished that I had something. That's not the correct total, by the way.
Alright, what is the correct total?
Well, considering 2 full pages of my strategies are just copy paste, I only get 1 thing of actual chaos. 8. Round 2?
You got 8? 8-3?
Broken Thunderstorm, I mean, they're gonna move.
Now, I do have 2 command points where I can get hits in melee and punch.
All right, so we got 8 to 3
Either or.
going into the top of round 2.
Have you seen the Psychic Movie? Especially Chaos Demons.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be real. Chaos Knights will have something like that.
Imperial Knight versus Chaos Knight
100%.
Chaos Knight versus the Imperial Knights? Imperial Knights 100%.
Chaos Knight into Imperial Knight?
To beat Chaos Knights, to beat Imperial Knights. Imperial Knights have to shoot Chaos Knights.
No, but you have fucking Infernals and you can ignore if you want to do.
Still. Don't really matter.
That's when all the shooting if you want to do. Alright. Yep, it's us. I'll let you.
If you live, we're going to last.
I mean, who is,
Tactical now.
what's his name?
I don't know.
What do you got inside of there? You got scouts in the librarian, right? You got scouts in the librarian there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I still don't know his name. Makari. I'm not going to remember.
I am making you
Neither will he.
cool.
He's gonna pray with him twice.
Great. Wait. Jade. I heard of that.
Yeah, cool, making you proud. I'm jumping into the new system. You know this? Go the triangle a little bit. I can shoot your character.
Okay, we're going to,
Bottom floor, top.
you can go top.
Oh.
I could go bottom, but I'm going top. Shoot that. You done moving?
Yes. I got it.
Okay, we're going to,
I'll just wait for you to move.
Oh,
on.
no, no, wait, wait, I'm not letting you
My
move.
guys are probably just going to center all around there.
Got that.
Gas was flying across the board.
oh no, they're gonna shoot my river storm.
I didn't see that coming.
She moved, I'm gonna go ahead and, pull back.
So it looks like Tau is falling back all their drones away from the knight.
Thank you.
The drops are coming. Oh no!
Now can I do my jump?
Those guys are all done moving.
Yes.
All those guys over here done moving.
I got go.
Okay.
Gonna try this again?
Oh shit, that was that.
Nope, not there.
You put him next to, oh no, you couldn't put him next to Amanda. You put him with your horde of boys.
Alright.
Do that.
Because it makes them much hillier.
It's only 2 vehicles.
Who's got massive cannons around that thing?
Yeah, good. Almost my type.
Really? No. Oh, he stood up against you once. True.
Yes, but now we can see it against the boss side.
Well, if he stands up against the boys, he's probably gone.
Yep. I got this.
Sorry.
Time for some dock out.
Soften him up.
Spending 1 command point. Make these broadsides roll their failed wounds. They reroll failed wounds.
Did we get it? Oh.
Broadsides are going to shoot.
He's gonna die, right?
Probably. Those guys. Okay, 2 from the hook of these guys. 1 is these guys. And 3 mag in the rail into the pool.
Oh no, I wasn't just seeing that coming.
That last drone.
Alright.
I rolled a 3 for the morale.
Mag in the rail rifle. It's on 4th and 1.
It looks like the old Marines are kind of tucking in behind the L
5 hit.
to avoid getting shot by more dreadnoughts.
Shooting on 3.
Gonna see intercessor with
The apothecary brings back an intercessor.
Okay. For the mortal wounds, I'm gonna have to put them first. I don't. Cheese and crackers.
Have you seen the, AdMech stuff?
Alright, good.
Shit looks brutal.
It was 5.
those, right?
Oh, they failed.
Scary. for like the sulfur breath or something like that they got.
Oh yeah, we done 3.
Yeah, I'm done moving.
Where's that?
Gonna see if I get a command
So it looks like they're done with their
Don't blow your
movement
brain up
phase.
again, dude. Well, you can blow your brain up, so I'll take it. And then...
Psychic phase is kind of petering out.
But I guess I could smite him if I wanted to, or half move something.
Looks like he's gonna smite the dreadnought.
He smites the
Or
big
is he
boy.
smiting the knight?
I think you're out of range now. Yeah.
So he's out of deny range.
3 into the knight.
So does 3 more wounds to the knight with a smite.
Would that be the night?
What else is closer? Oh, right, the Redemptor's right in there. Well, I think it would be the Redemptor. Redemptor then. Never mind, Knight's back up 3. Redemptor's down to 1. Oh, no. Down to 1.
So yeah, the Redemptor ended up taking the smite instead of the knight.
Forgot
So
he was even there.
he's down to 1 wound.
Is it the shooting, you would say, or the melee of the thing fighting?
That could be outside of 12 inches.
Okay. Oh, outside of 12. Okay. I thought it was saying it got close. Alright. That's psychic. You want to start shooting on me? Start shooting.
Sure. He'll shoot tonight.
So the commander in the back is
Fours. Four.
And you get your health back from the smite that didn't go.
Yeah.
Okay.
so it takes 3 wounds. How much damage?
8.
So 7 wounds takes him down to 1 remaining.
Like, yeah, but want me to shoot him with Stormbolt and kill him?
That is
Okay, we got it.
So the knight is dead.
Round 2, we get the command point back. No, we don't. Oh, 100%. Like, that's not even a question.
Don't they have like a 2 CP, 3 CP force explosion?
No, 1 CP on 4 people.
I thought they had a force explosion.
3. CP? 3. Yeah, CP that too.
Yeah, get the command point back. Not one of them.
You got one back?
So the knight doesn't explode.
That's highly demoralizing. What's the toughness on your war dog?
Currently 8 plus 7.
I can shoot at it.
Infernal. You can
Oh, yeah.
The only thing these guys are the type of the Redemptor. Yeah, those guys. I'm over.
Alright, we'll speak for clean up.
So considerate.
I don't think I'm gonna kill it, that's why. It's just 1, 2. Minus like 4.
now for the 3 inch gold.
7.
So it takes him down to 4 wounds on the war dog.
Is that 9 inches?
I don't know. I didn't measure it.
Is that within 9?
Yes.
Oh boy.
So first one was 6. 12.
So the war dog is dead. Let's see if the war dog blows up. It does not.
Shoot for them, I guess. Vindicator.
I got to play some Warhammer Club games.
Me too. Yeah.
Good job, Gil.
I did not think that was going to go that quickly with.
Had 2 games. 2 good games.
Fucking hate everyone.
Well, Vindicator has 1 shot.
Yeah.
It's not moved, actually.
Okay.
Stormbolt.
I get cover.
Three hits.
They're in the building.
So,
Has a wound on the Redemptor. No, 1 AP.
1 minus 1.
That's typeful now.
Cool. Goes through.
Storm Bolter does it. Kills it. Does it explode?
Really?
Yeah. Got 1 wound now.
So it's a 3. So it looks like it does not blow up.
Want to reveal that shit?
No.
You want to go on a Blaze of Glory?
Oh, so I charged him in there. I mean, you really charged him in there because you wanted me to overwatch and kill it, but...
You guys be mopped up.
Oh my god, we're gonna get a shot.
Well, I'm done.
Burst cannons into the scout. One of them's still there. He's going to fail morale, though.
So now he's shooting his burst cannons at the scouts that are over on the right side of the board.
Isn't that
Command points back.
They already got one.
Oh, right.
One.
But they got Macari with them, so they're better.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Next one to be here.
Just know that was the rule.
So he does no wounds to the scouts.
I'm ready to shoot now.
I don't know. Shoot that one.
Alright. One drawer and 30 pistols.
Yeah.
All
Strength with the whatever.
But they're all split.
Half the damage. Duty.
They're all the same profile? No.
Apparently it doesn't have damage anymore? That just subtracts one, that's right.
Yeah. Okay, come on. You have to admit that one CP to half damage.
Oh no, all of my Marines are going to
Are you serious?
and probably
Why?
I'm done with the
Oh, geez.
So 6 wounds to the Contemptor.
I don't know, I'm 50-50 on it, man.
I just get tired, you know.
2, right?
Sorry, what were they?
-2.
Minus 2. Yeah, so 2 okay.
So it looks like 2 are going to go through for
So 1, 2.
2 damage.
There goes the
59.
3 in the dark. We're gonna get another token now. 4
Alright.
Which one did you shoot? There you go.
Yeah. The one that's up front. Oh.
Got that going.
The trainer. Huh?
What? I don't know what the thing goes to.
I don't know, I just saw a fucking thing and said, okay, shoot the close one. 3. Kill, hold, bonus. Go ahead.
Alright, so it's the bottom of turn 2. The Iron Hands are going to go. All the knights have been removed.
I'm moving.
Oh, you're gonna repair them on these?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, that's fair.
That was a pretty good roll, though. I mean, I gotta make you try just a little bit.
No, that's fair.
You're not even trying.
I'm pretty worn out, actually.
2, 4, 6, 7, 6.
I don't know, it's just a shitty matchup for him.
Damn it.
What's a shitty matchup for...
I mean, it's a shitty matchup for you, too.
It's a shitty matchup in a falling chase. It really is.
I didn't even want to play.
I mean, it's Tau versus, whatever. Yeah, the Farsight commanders are really fucking...
Okay, so 3 of them are at a minus. I mean, because nobody can bring enough tricks to deal with it. So these are 4s.
Can't really avoid it either with the movement speed you got with them.
North and 5s. Okay. 4, 3 psychic.
I mean, the rest of them are still faster than most of the other armies, yeah.
1 more.
It's the fastest I can go with anything, except for the Vindicator.
You heal all 2
It's not
damage.
even 2 feet.
I'm gonna give myself Might of Hero.
Granted, I have plenty of options to go faster.
And I'm gonna give myself another time.
So the Psychic phase does not go off.
You don't have anything to shoot, correct?
Kind of one of my psychic phases.
So now the Iron Hands are moving into shooting.
I can try. You guys are gonna shoot
Scouts are shooting at some stealth suits.
So 10. Is that Gazul? No, that's the squall. 1.
For 1 wound.
He may yet survive. Did we get our
Well, I mean, all the boys.
And 1 more wound.
Huzzah!
Sure.
Oh,
Yes.
So it's a 1 dead stealth suit.
Back up.
And the Contemptor Dreadnought's getting healed.
Back up. Okay, he's gonna hit these guys with a pleasant pistol. He's gonna re-roll that because the Necromancer's right there. He's gonna hit, and he's he's gonna hit these guys. Rifle. See some endless autocannons in these guys.
So now the stealth suits are getting hit with the Daradeo's autocannons.
And I'll shoot the little stuff into the ground underneath there.
Okay, and then Gaz makes his charge.
Whoa! 12? 11. That's pretty good. And let's see if we can do it again. Okay. Yep.
Follow myself.
So it looks like he did 6 wounds to the stealth suits.
Follow myself. Knock out the face. And now I'll throw it to the Biffles over there. If I'm in range.
You need 2 each.
So that's the last of those stealth suits with the autocannons.
Heavy bolters in the drone. There it is.
Well, there's also 2 over here that's also. I was flirting. That's why I said I wasn't paying attention.
Some of my dice.
That was right.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I'm only attacking with 2 people though.
I don't need to. You're running away. I'm doing the movement.
And these are going to move.
So 3 wounds to the drones.
I'm gonna attack him first.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to be interrupted before he has a chance.
And he takes 1 drone down.
So he has 5 attacks.
I'll go ahead and shoot his last cannons at these 2 drones.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot missile launchers at that turn.
The Contemptor's shooting at the drones.
Okay, hit. And boom.
And if you roll a 1.
All of those hit on gas. And then
So there's another drone down.
and the misses. Yeah, you need 2 to do
And there's
Oh, we're there D60. Because it's his order effect, so there you go. Which is still done. So 5.
there's another drone down.
How many command points that?
I fucking saw that.
Okay. I'm gonna charge your commander up here.
So it looks like the Psyker is going to charge up the 2nd floor and take out the commander.
4 wounds, you say? I got 3, 2.
So he's going to use his super psychic powers to just jump through.
Watch the back.
74. No, I'm gonna interrupt before he dies.
That's why Gaz went first.
And there's absolutely no point attacking those boys.
I was trying to keep track because you just have to kill 1 more. Tie us for kills.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna attack over here.
Yep.
Because if I hurt Gazgul even a little bit, we'll get the 4 for our face.
Oh, hey, while you're doing that, I'll do part over here.
No. We'll start with the pincer tail.
All the attacks are going to go into him.
Misses. 1. Alright,
So the-
rest of his attacks.
Because I did charge it.
Commander hits him back and he saves it. So they just kind of stop fight over there on top of the building and don't do anything to each other. So that should bring about the end of turn 2. So we'll have him add up some points here.
That's all I got. They didn't shoot, right? They did. Alright, what's the problem with males all for boys? No. Oh, okay. Okay. Power claw, I'm sorry, Haley. No, Mike says sorry. She says sorry you're playing me. Not for the men boys. Are you sorry?
Terrible behavior. Such a pleb.
Alright, baby. Well, I gotta finish tapping this and then tap at the lane.
How much time we have left?
It's 5:30. 6:45. So like an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Where the fuck the other unit, man?
So what's the
Let's do one for engineering.
so what's the score?
What?
What's the score?
It's like 74 to 2. So they just scored 2.
17 to 7.
First one? That's 3. Second one?
All right. So at the end of turn 2, it's 17-7. We can throw that on there for you. So we're going to the top of turn 3. And we'll see what the Tau and Ultramarines can do to the remaining Iron Hands.
I mean, we have to go over here. That's what I've done.
Yeah, just scouts in hand. So if you want to jump them over there, you can at least hurt those dreadnoughts. Or just hold back another turn.
If you want, you can now call it, welcome to the pulpit if you want to get flat.
What?
Well, you get 3 inches, but that.
I don't know why you're wasting time moving up the drones. Bro. No, some dreadnoughts so I can go home.
Oh, not to.
You gotta go over here now. He's the postman. You gotta go over there.
Sounds like our Iron Hands player is tired from a long day of gaming and is ready for this game to be over in a bloody, violent fashion. So the Vindicator and the Ultramarines Dreadnought are moving up. Gonna advance some characters. Don't think they're gonna have the range to get in and charge those scouts, but they'll set themselves up for next turn.
Charge them scouts with that Vindicator.
He does have him touching the wall, so as long as you can make it to the wall, you can crush him.
You think he's going for it?
Yeah, put that Vindicator in there, 8 inches.
I'll bring back in person. No, I don't. Alright. Psychic.
I don't give a shit about psychic. Shooting.
Who's closest? I'm gonna smite the Contemptor.
Try.
Tap the Super Smite.
I'm gonna spend my stratagem to go.
Sounds good.
So 5 mortal wounds to the Contemptor Dreadnought from a Super Smite.
I'm gonna save one.
So he takes 4 of them. Brings that Contemptor Dreadnought down to 5 wounds.
That's a command point for sure. And the psychic phase.
Oh, you have to do 9 either of those?
Are you in range still?
Oh, he's all the way over there.
Yeah, he's moving.
Sorry, I thought for some reason he was back in the game.
No.
Does he apothecary?
Yeah, he's in the middle.
Never mind. Never mind.
Everything's fine. Move along.
So shooting. Now we're going to try to finish off these Dreadnoughts. Well, I imagine the Ultramarines are going to Librarian, since he is now the closest. And on a roof.
Hey, roof man.
Librarian on a roof? Is that a musical?
I did not do it. This is bullshit. Yeah. Oh, hi, librarian.
He's down to 153.
He's got his hand held up like, I don't see those Ultramarines over there. If I don't see them, they can't shoot me, right?
Oh, I thought you subtracted that.
No, he's down to 1.
So the Contemptor Dreadnought's down to 1 wound.
So now we get the point calculated.
So he's going to shoot the...
What? So now he can just shoot something into
Hi.
I gotta give him some kill credit.
So now he's going to shoot the Deredeo.
I'm gonna shoot a Stormbolt from that librarian.
Fucking dick.
Oh, now the Librarian's getting shot at with Stormbolters.
Shoot the fucking Dreadnought. Let me shoot the big cannon, the Vindicator. Either him, the Stormbolter. Yeah.
Yeah, he can. He's around the corner.
I'm gonna shoot into the back guy and Stormbolter into the Contemptor.
Alright, so the Vindicator's going to shoot its main gun into the Deredeo. And
Librarian. What else is he gonna shoot? I got another Melta-gun right there too. Alright, so big cannon into the bad guy. 5 shots. These are hitting on 3s, you're rolling everything.
That's 2 points, right?
Yep.
1 miss, and then what's your toughness? 7. Okay, so 3s.
Okay.
Rolling 1s. That's 4 minus 3.
so 4 wounds into the Deredeo with the Vindicator cannon.
Deredeo?
I
Mhm.
haven't done that yet.
I said the same thing!
Cool.
Sorry.
Minus 3. You have 3 up in roll, don't you?
I'm gonna advance them. Make
Oh, really?
So he takes
3 went through.
3 for...
Yeah, you want to roll that one?
Yeah. We get the man point back now. That's better. So 10 total.
So 10 wounds, and he gets his no pains.
Are you gonna use the magic bullets? Gotta try. Those are what hurts him the most. Yes.
Okay, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
So looks like 8 wounds go through on the Deredeo.
I'm gonna do them half. Alright, Storm.
That takes him down to like 6 wounds. Now the Stormbolter's hitting the Contemptor Dread.
1 miss, reroll, all hits. Wounds on 5. 3 wounds at -1 on the
He
Contemptor.
gets 3 wounds with the Stormbolter on the Contemptor. He takes...
-1. Yeah, so 1 damage. Stormbolter.
So the Deredeo is dead unless he can pass the
Do you
Feel
still
No
have the
Pains.
Feel no pain benefit? Or is that from Psychic phase, though?
So it looks like he still takes the 1 wound.
Spend stratagem to give him a better Feel no
Does
pain.
it explode?
Oh.
I thought he would for something.
So the Deredeo is down, and we've got a blinky light that is, I don't know if you can see it on the stream. Yeah, you can. We got a fluorescent bulb trying to go out on us.
Shoot everything into the librarian. I'll go with the
Alright,
first.
so the Contemptor Dread is, not the Contemptor, the Redemptor Dread is gonna empty everything he's got into a librarian, sounds like.
Heavy flamer.
Which seems like overkill, but...
Wounds on 3. You're rolling the 1 because the 10's fine. 3 wounds at -1.
Into what?
Into the librarian. You're in cover. -1, such as face save, basically. No, because you got 3 up to -1, but you're in cover. Oh, right. Librarian's got camo glove. Yep. You got Feel no pain. Alright, silly. Big ol' shooty gun. 12 shots, hitting on 3s. Rerolling everything.
Now the
California's
Gatling.
yelling. 1 miss. 3s to wound. Rerolling 1. So we got 9 more wounds on him.
So 9 more wounds to the librarian with the Gatling cannon. He's still got his 2-up armor save. So. And it looks like he takes 4, and then his Feel No Pains. He takes, and he is dead.
Alright. You're up, Andre. Where'd they come from? That's all I got.
That's my reaction to all those ones.
Yeah. That was that. So now Andre's probably going to have to finish out his shooting, see if he can take down that Deredeo at least.
Overcharging him into the Daredevil.
Kill the mailman.
Where's the mailman?
You can't overwatch me.
Oh, they're on the building. Alright, we're gonna spike Nazgul.
Who's trying to get Daredevil?
He's overcharging, shooting at a Daredeo.
Overcharging.
No, those drones are going in
I
for
thought
the
he
kill.
said charging the Daredeo, and I'm like,
6, -2.
So he does 6 wounds at -2 to the Daredeo.
Actually, I don't need to do that.
So far?
It takes 3 so far.
Okay, how many damage? 3,
I do like that.
5, 6, 7.
So 7 wounds, 7 damage total to the Daredeo. So he takes 6. And the Daredeo is down, but does not blow up. So now we just got a handful of scouts and characters remaining.
10 scouts.
I don't have anything else.
So 2 handfuls of scouts and a couple of characters.
Yeah, get it straight, Larry. 10 scouts, okay? We're holding it down over here.
Not the actual, but the boys.
after shit's and giggles, 30%.
Yeah,
The scouts are going to transhuman physiology.
The scouts, the same scout squad. Those intercessors from before? No, they ain't superhuman. Those scouts are. Listen, but I got half my organs in here, alright? That gives me certain benefits.
So the commander is wounding himself with the cyclic ion blasters.
It's 1 in 35 when you're rolling like.
So 5 wounds at -2 to the scout squad.
I'm gonna figure out what the name of that thing is.
We use 1 command point. Which I normally don't have. Rituals, 2. 1. 4, that's
Oh, fuck you.
4,
It is Symbio Storm. That is the
So that's 4 dead scouts. There's 1 left.
No, he RCP reroll.
5 more wounds, you boys.
5 total. 5 total for 1. And then his second was his astral blast. It goes up on a 6. Does not go off when we use a command point. We roll a 1. It goes off.
I'm in charge.
Boys.
So,
Hell yeah.
so the drones are going to charge.
Is it which unit? Just him. So it doesn't. Just that one? Okay. Well, actually.
What happened?
So this is part of a different unit. So.
Number on it? No.
He's not. So 100% because there were 2 drones here. I killed 1. I don't know where the fuck this dude came from. But
This fucking number's missing then. Alright, that one drone. Either way, it's 12.
Well, if I'd have known you had that power.
So he doesn't make the charge.
I'd have moved into position to smack.
So is a Dreadnought going to be charging scouts? So he gets a 6. He can command point reroll the 1 if he wants.
Yeah, I do. So you get the charge. Oh, yeah, I do.
So he gets an 11 on the charge.
It did something.
So the Redemptor is just going to punch his way through the wall to see if he can
Indicator's going in.
get some scouts. The Vindicator is going to try a 7-inch charge, so I don't think that makes it with the Vindicator.
The Vindicator.
So the Redemptor Dreadnought's going to Kool-Aid Man. Trying to use transhuman again.
3 misses. Hey, look at that. 3 misses. 4's the wound. I got 1 wound.
You got 1.
I got 1 wound at -4. 3. Yeah.
On who?
Shit, how'd you do? That's 5 damage.
2 more die.
So 5 damage to a poor scout. He is dead. So now we're down to 4 scouts.
I'm gonna remove this scout here.
I'm going to
Wait,
carry.
him. What the hell, man?
I'm going to spend 1 more command point. And 1 more to cast 1 more. You're going to cast Portal Gateway, which goes up +1.
Alright, I don't know that they've got any more shooting or charging to do. So that's going to be the end of that. And now we're in the bottom of 3.
So that's our psychic thing. Time for shooting.
I got 1 shooting attack.
I'm gonna move this guy here. And make sure that everybody knows that he's king of the hill.
So you go up to the
Shoot.
Damn it, Bobby.
And,
Yeah, they don't remember. The hit on 3 is rerolling 1. 6s count as 2 hits.
did you consolidate your roll?
There is a single 6.
Oh, there's more pile on.
Maybe you took the guy out.
Yeah.
So I'll take
So there
that
are.
miss.
Yeah.
8 to 7, so 3.
Vindicator will get them. I'm hoping all of that was open for us.
That's 4, 8, 9, minus 2.
On to the second
minus 2?
Correct.
I get any type balance to you? No. It's your second phase. And
7.
I'm gonna go ahead and shoot. So this guy here is gonna shoot
Take at least 4.
this one drone over here.
So the Iron Father's going to attempt to shoot the last remaining drone out of that one squad.
The fuck you shooting?
Flamer. Got the servo harness on.
Oh.
Bro. Well, he's got a flamer right there.
Yeah, you couldn't have been
Don't you know what flamers look like?
I mean,
You know the BS here.
Nothing.
What were you shooting? Wait, that's a flamer still?
Yeah.
How many shots did that flamer get off? Except 4.
So the flamethrower doesn't do any damage to the drone.
Shots.
How did you get 8 shots from a flamer?
He rolled a 6 and a 2.
Yeah, 2 flamers?
Oh, D6. I didn't give a I didn't even give a shit.
Even with the extra D6 shots, he still missed with the
Right, he didn't move a
flamethrower.
single one. They were all 2s and 3s.
It's still the day.
Okay, so he's going to shoot into,
The lone drone.
not even yet, the lone drone.
Got it.
He's going for that kill. He wants that drone gone.
Wounds.
Good.
And he saves it.
Okay, I'm gonna charge you here.
Alright. We're gonna, you know, figure out
So he's going to fire Overwatch with the Cyclic Ion and the Fusion.
I am!
Plus, doesn't, Gato have,
Nice.
oh, no, got
Yeah, I mean, you keep it at all.
You suck.
That model is still so cool.
So it does manage to hit him once.
Wait, T4 or T5? Alright.
Oh.
Ha! Take that one, bitch.
So he does wound him once with that.
Minus 2.
Yep.
You're gonna take it.
How many damage?
He takes.
He's gonna cast,
Yeah, you don't time on him.
So he ends up taking 2 damage. So he gets a.
Okay, and then, okay, I think this guy's going to take a nap. Okay, good. That's all my shit. You ready?
Oh, you are?
Do you want to charge the Redemptor?
Are you going to be able to
Okay,
kill
with
boys?
a, turbo thing.
Sure.
And it hits. And it's, how many are left? 5, 10,
Too many.
too big of a squad.
Yeah, it is.
14 wounds worth.
Deals damage to the drone.
I probably could kill him if I didn't shut up, but I thought we'd.
I'm going to spend 2 command points.
Okay.
We now have 3 left.
So he kills the drone.
These stealth suits.
And so now we're at top of 4.
Alright.
You can add up some points.
Rerolling 1.
I have 2 different.
Yeah, 7.
4s, rerolling 1, 6s, count as 1. 4, yeah. I got 2 6s.
No, this is 2 inches.
No, on the 1.
You didn't notice.
There's my 2.
I'm holding it down over here. Thing
Like
the
8
damn
stuff is 4, so 2 is a wound.
If you guys don't stay with me here, then. No,
What were the points, Andre? If you would.
Minus 2. Yours covered.
I don't know.
All coming at him.
I scored like 7 just now.
They were not 5.
Did I kill him? Yes. Good job. We got it.
Watch this.
We did it. Go, we're on the board.
I have no idea. It sounds like something you did, but I don't see it.
Well, you don't need it.
That's like 15 inches.
Who?
No, this guy. He was over here.
Alright.
Okay, then you do need it.
Alright, I have a charge to make.
I was like, bro, I got like 40 inches. What you mean?
My death leader. He has 4. Oh no, he can't do that.
Mom told you.
His special rule is every time on his board, he can re-roll his charge if he fails.
Haley's lying to you.
Probably. Don't need to.
All right, so going in here, we got 11 to 22. And we'll see if the Ultramarines and Tau can finish him off.
That's his one. No, he's only taken one move. He only has one move left.
Oh, he's taking four. He's taking four.
Let's get him placed there.
A command point on
I
an
don't even know where he's
option
at.
of blowing this guy up. A very rare case.
Twos.
If I put my command point, I could double my damage.
Twos.
So it's okay?
Roll that. Alright, all four go through.
Attack deal.
Profusion.
When a battle unit is successfully charged.
Oh,
by
wait,
a
what?
command point,
Transhuman? Oh, yes. Transhuman now, yes.
Four short. Twos.
Yeah.
One of six?
No.
Fours.
We kill the guy that, goes up.
Roll that one.
You have a big punchy fist on that thing?
No. I have the
So three.
invisible thing.
Three? Minus like
So I'm out.
Oh, not very good in combat.
He's pretty over, he goes through.
I mean, they went through.
Well,
Okay.
why don't you attack with him first so he doesn't die?
And then five.
'Cause I'm not worried about him swinging back at me.
So first one's four, second one's five.
Character, 5. And then, one on 2.
Then four.
And 4 more.
Yep.
3.
We went through.
I think we outs there.
What do you mean? Stop transhumaning!
I mean, I can't let you have all of
Let's leave it on five. Two goes through.
Sixes.
Oh, what was those?
So, one of you takes 2, one takes 1.
We'll put two cyclics here, one there.
Okay, go ahead.
So he's 2 clicks into the
From the red
Tech
here.
Priest and then 1 into the
That one first.
Scout.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, what am I not overcharging?
Oh no, it's on
Two,
three.
or three.
Minus two. Yes! I'm safe now.
I don't know about that.
Pick one. Three. Five.
Most of them are.
Six. How did you get 2d6 flamer? How did that work? Five.
They didn't do anything.
So 5 wounds
You're
go
gonna die.
through.
Yeah.
Oh,
Barely.
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 But now I can't advance. So I guess I might as well stay.
Well, since it won't affect this, you can swing back at me.
Okay.
You better kill me.
Oh, it's the same.
So 5 wounds go through on the. He takes 1 for 1 damage. Oh, he's command point re-rolling the 1
Two.
for 2 damage.
Ha
And he takes 1.
You have a 5-up save. You don't
fucking
save very often.
He can
Took
drink
two.
it.
Oh, he took 2.
Alright. Warlord.
Charging?
Fuck no, I'm shooting!
It's not really Warlord v. Warlord.
Oh, it is. My warlord shooting the shit out of your warlord.
It's like an Army v. Warlord gangbang.
Oh, put you back with the two.
Oh,
Is that a category?
No punch,
What's the number?
Is that a category?
Here they.
9. 9 minus 2.
Just fusion.
So 9 wounds to his warlord.
Oh.
He lives another round.
Okay, wait. He's got a 4 up.
A lot.
Okay. Yeah,
So 3 go through.
Which way? You have 16, I have 14?
There's 12 guys left.
Yep.
He survived. I think.
So yeah, then
That's fine.
they feel
I'm
good.
gonna charge him.
Trying with the drone.
It was. But now you're gonna die to drones.
Doesn't Gaskell have something?
See the second round.
No, they just do. I'm gonna spend the CP to do more wounds on a 3-up when they charge.
Roll D6.
Who's the coward when you're dying by drones?
So I don't think there's any shooting left. So it is down to charges, I think.
How many wounds is he down to?
But they still have to survive a round.
You got 5?
Come on, man. Start in there with the Warlord.
But they have to survive the next round.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a melee weapon, does he?
No, my warlord will charge.
Well, now the suit commander is gonna charge. He actually makes a hit in Overwatch.
I'm gonna wound him.
I'm gonna pass it off.
Fuck!
So he takes a wound.
I'm gonna pass it off.
He's
Yeah,
gonna.
I'm gonna pass it off. John said cute.
So the wound.
Fuck you!
Coward.
Where's he at, even? Oh, there he is. That's not making it.
That's not enough.
Alright, he's gonna charge.
Okay.
So the warlord failed to charge. He takes another hit in close in Overwatch.
The last game, so I don't care. I just won't be here, but you can play with me.
I was right.
Well, if that didn't happen, we could have.
He's in.
They asked me when the game was over.
I almost went 2
As
seconds.
long as you want.
I'm guessing that's happening tomorrow.
Huh?
I'm guessing the raffle stuff's happening tomorrow.
The what?
Raffle stuff.
Yeah, because I gotta give everybody else a chance.
I have no rounds.
Then all everybody knew one.
That sucks.
One thing else. Kim will have stuff.
Wait.
Fuck it, yeah.
He's taking mine. I got that.
Try to whip me with your antenna.
Oh, he's minus 3 ahead?
You know
So the
what?
drones charge in.
I forgot, that's my fault.
That's alright.
These drones will come in.
No, he has super chameleonic skin.
You killed the mailman?
No, he's
No,
there.
I'm
Okay.
Don't
I
underestimate his
heard it, I
drones.
just
I've had
stopped
4
him.
drones pulled me up in combat.
Those drones will go in.
on the other team.
Go underestimate.
But I'll stay here and shoot you. I guess.
Or he could just die.
Because it went in.
Oh, yeah. Try it. No sit.
You can just tell. Look at it. It was gonna go in.
Well, actually,
I think we got a Redemptor Dread that's probably also going to charge a Scout.
Oh, Redemptor Dread. Or we got a Vindicator.
Vindicator that's going to charge a Scout.
I'm moving my guy back. I forgot about magic. Give me right back here.
Don't worry, we'll kill him.
Actually,
Redemptor.
Better get that Redemptor.
slide you
Alright,
over.
Redemptor can start getting one.
I'm still 20, yeah, he's still
Alright.
Got transhuman.
He can't. He has no command points.
Oh, you're out? I thought you gained one.
He can go up to
I thought you were gained one.
And then he spends it on the reroll.
Alright.
Alright, so the Redemptor's going to try to kill that last Scout.
Vindicator.
Oh, the Vindicator's going to kill the Scout.
Well, I got 3 of them. Do you want to go in advance? Run them
Two.
Oh, the
You
boys
can't
are coming with
transhuman.
me.
Strength. Actually,
Unless the green tie.
Yeah.
But they and
it wounds.
So the Vindicator wounds the Scout, and he saves it.
Punch with primary.
Okay, yeah, 3 of mine. Mm-hmm. Or 2. 2.
So
That's doing 9 damage.
the Scout takes 9 damage.
No, it's 9 damage total. All of them. It's only one guy.
no, there's only one guy.
Yeah.
3 guys still back.
Oh!
Hey, never mind.
Oh, you shot the shit out of him.
Trying to figure out what was going on. Alright,
Why do you think I was going with the Vindicator? He could have actually finished him off.
I'm breaking his spreadsheet, doing calculations like, okay, this one's better, we're gonna do it.
We wound you.
What are you talking about?
Who's this? Round?
Alright, drums.
I used to play Dota.
I'm still terrible at it.
I was thinking about it too, and that's when they're like realized like I used to play Dota. I downloaded it, looked at it, like out of like now games, I got it.
Sure. So you and I can suck together.
Yeah, but another online friends just won't be the League of Legends. I usually play good with the store.
I suck with you there too, I just have to
do.
download it.
So,
He does. I'm actually really good at
Hey, so I got 3 CP, fight again?
Oh, well, still,
I
I
don't have
download
that,
it.
no.
Suck. Shit.
I wish I had 3 CP. I paid 5 CP to shoot twice.
So are we done here?
I'm good. I've been good for a while.
Okay.
yes.
Well, I think I'm just gonna skip all my other traces and tech.
Okay.
Don't got pistol.
So we're moving on to the bottom of the turn.
And there's 2
There's a hero like that in Dota. He's techie, so he can put mines everywhere. And movement, you spend your hour making man points.
Pass off. Oh, of course.
So, what's that?
He does.
I am.
Come on. We hold at least one.
You're terrible.
Kill more.
Go home.
They hold more.
Go home.
All the way down.
So now the drones.
Oh.
I'm trying to see if we got the thing. We got a
Oh, two.
Added the Novena shit.
So he's still alive.
So we're gonna keep settling this like men, or you're gonna fall back?
No, we're settling this like men. Drones. Wait, hold on.
Destroy enemy unit. Destroy enemy unit with character. Deny psychic power. Hold objective. Normally intervene. Begin and end the battle round within your opponent's.
Still only got one wound left.
I don't give a shit. Drones.
Walmart. Okay. We take 10 free, get one back. Turn them all caught up. We have 3. No, we have 5. They have 3, we have 5. And the score is currently 12-7.
One? He's good. Was that all your attack?
Yeah.
According to my
Don't sit on box, bro. What do you expect?
All right, it looks like they're just kind of winding down over here to see if they can kill that guy. But this game is basically